Hello and welcome to my BDL deliverable. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Allison Jacobs and I'm the campus manager and director at the University of Delaware. While Delaware may at times be a forgotten state, there's nothing forgettable about the sales potential on this campus. Within the past 4 years, sales have grown tremendously, and I'm really honored to have been a part of this experience. I can't wait to see how far it grows from here because the potential is endless. A little bit about me. I'm from Fort Washington, Pennsylvania, about an hour away from the university, pretty much outside Philly. The reason I go to the University of Delaware initially was because I wanted to go far from home. Didn't get too far, but I was glad I was able to find a university with a big emphasis on Greek life that also connected with my major. Here, I'm an interpersonal communications major as well as an English major, which pairs my love for writing as well as connecting with other people and learning about the social psychology of how people interact. Looking back a little bit about why I initially became a CM. Since I've been young, I've always had this drive and love for sales. When I was younger, my parents really taught me that if I wanted something, I had to pay for it, and to make money, I had to work for it. So my next door neighbor, her name was Lauren, and I created our own business, LA's Fashions and Goods, and we would paint bookmarks, canvases, have lemonade stands, and just go around the neighborhood trying to sell things to mainly our parents and their friends to make money so that we could then do things with our money. Then as we got older and we really wanted to be babysitters, we didn't really know anyone, we made business cards that said LA's babysitting, and we went around the neighborhood door to door asking them if we could babysit for them and telling them why we would be great babysitters. Then, as I got old enough to get a job, I wasn't even old enough, I was 15 years old, I got a job at Plato's Closet where I was a sales associate. And I loved working there, and I worked there for about 5 years, and I worked my way up to a buyer, a social media manager, and eventually a shift leader, which is essentially an assistant manager running the shift each night. A huge part about that job was that we had to kind of convince people to buy things that they may not buy normally, compliment a lot of people to get them to buy things. We had to decide what was in style, decide what people would want to buy when we were looking through the clothes that would come in. And every night we had to hit nightly sales goals, weekly sales goals, and monthly sales goals to stay on track. Then that led me to college where I found this campus manager position, and it seemed right up my alley because I love working in sales. So that's really why I started to become a campus manager and my background in sales and marketing. I'm currently taking a leadership class, and we talk a lot about our strengths and our shadows and qualities that we're really good at and qualities that we need to work on to try to get better at who we are as a person. And we took a test to see what our strengths are and what are things that are kind of falling into the shadow, being things that are a little underdeveloped. So something that I'm really strong in is kindness. I love to help other people. I'm a really loyal person. I'm a good friend, and I'm very friendly, which is all great things. But when you are really strong in kindness, you might fall a little bit lower in self-care, self-development, self-improvement. So that really gave me an opportunity to reflect and think about maybe I need more time for myself. Maybe I need to take a day and go eat out alone or go for a walk by myself. Looking at your strengths and your shadows, you can really see what you are not necessarily lacking, but you need a little more development on to become a better leader. By nature, I'm a very introverted person. It's just what I am. You're either an extrovert or an introvert, and I'm an introvert. But at the same time, I love people, and I love interacting with others and working with people. So I've always seen being an introvert as a flaw and something that I'm slightly ashamed of until recently I've really started to unpack what it means to be an introvert, and it's not a bad thing at all. Things that introverts may not be as initially skillful in as extroverts, such as courage, energy, or enthusiasm, allows me to work on those skills a little extra so that I can be a stronger introvert and be more of this introverted extrovert than someone who's just introverted. Something unique about the way that I can be a leader is that because I'm an introvert, I bring forth a different kind of perspective than a lot of leaders who are extroverts might bring forth. While I may not be super energetic from the start, I'm more in tune with what's going on with other people, reading the room, seeing how other people are feeling, and connecting with them on a deeper interpersonal level so that I can help them achieve goals and in turn build a stronger team. Throughout this PowerPoint, you'll find a collection of statistics, projects I've worked on, customer testimonials, and things I've accomplished as a campus manager and a campus director. I hope you can get a glimpse of who I am as a person, my leadership style, and what I could bring to University Tees as a full-time employee as a BDL.